Hey guys, Super NintendO'Mealy Episode 3, more games planned. Dan Peck joining me.
Yeah, how's it going?
What are you playing right now?
I'm playing Lawn Mowing Simulator.
Oh yeah? That sounds like a blast.
It's kind of like a Zen, relaxing thing.
That is actually
Actually,
pretty cool. Like I kind of get a kick out of stuff like that.
it's
So,
like this sounds awful. I don't want to mow lawn in real life, and I
no.
don't.
Well, who
We
would?
have people that come on Monday between 11:30 and noon that do that.
Well, especially where you live. It's hot. I don't
Yeah,
even
it's
want to
hot.
do it here and it's not that hot here. All right, so we've played a couple of Super Nintendo games already. We've played 5. Potentially going to play 5 more. We're going to start with a game called Drakkhen.
Yes, I believe this is like a D&D style, like old point and click kind of thing.
That could be fun. Okay. It's from Chemco and Infogrames.
Is it Infogrames? Yeah.
Infogrames, yeah.
That means it's that's the Atari.
Okay. It's a cool dragon. We got a tombstone. Oh, he's laser eyes. 4 elements form the universe. We got a story going on now. 2 poles govern these elements. Okay. These epic principles proceed from all. I bet they do.
What about the fifth element?
I know, right? Where's the 5th element? All is the phoenix. Methraton Ultimate Magus. Alright.
Well, Hail Methraton.
All hail Methraton. Okay. When the dragons were destroyed, a new world was born, but the humans may be destroyed. Okay. The humans failed to heed the gods' advice and wiped out the dragons. So the gods made a new world, one for the Drakkhen, half human, half dragon. The new Drakkhen Island world was divided into 4 parts. They were earth, fire, air, and water. Okay, so we're going with airbender rules.
Well, the major formative elements.
Oh yeah.
But the fifth element is heart.
2 Drakkens. The human world is in danger of being destroyed by the Drakkhen. The gods have granted the humans a final chance for survival. Oh boy. Don't blow it.
Well, and then the Fire Nation attacked.
And then the collect all 8 tiers on Drakkhen Island. Start your quest by inquiring at Prince. I thought that said Hadouken for a second. Hordkin's castle. Hordkan. Would you like a game explanation? Sure, why not?
So this is the first RPG to be on
That should be fun.
Super Nintendo.
Okay, so I got my D-pad. We'll move the cursor and change the view. Easy enough. L and R make the character appear or disappear on screen. A makes selections. B's cancel. X is key to select a character, blue lamp, or a leader, red lamp. Okay. And then Y lets you know... Y lets you choose which character you wish to move. Okay. And then select is the select key. When you want to give a command, press the A button. The sword cursor will appear. Okay. Okay, seems pretty easy enough. The lips is spoken messages. I can check the keys again if I forget. Take an item. Attack is the sword, that makes sense. Elemental symbol, okay. I's a description. Save and exit. Standard, okay. Yeah, it's a lot of instruction.
Yeah, it's... That's still gonna be a thing.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a lot going on here. Are we gonna have time for 5 games, or are we just gonna play one?
Well, that depends how deep you want to go into this.
Yeah, I guess we gotta see how it goes, right?
I mean, that's the way it's going to be with RPGs and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, when we get to, like, Final Fantasy and Mario RPG and Chrono Trigger, I know those are gonna be one-session games.
It's just that this was like a thing that was a PC thing, where it was like a first-person view, and you went through a dungeon and stuff, and
I literally just went all the way back.
And now they're trying it on a console.
I guess I just have to scroll through everything real quick. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's look around. It's like Zork.
Yes, it's that kind of thing.
Except I have a visual of where I want to go. So I want to go to the castle, so obviously we want to move forward. Okay.
You cannot get ye flask.
I think I want to walk on the path, right? Maybe? Oh. I just sent 2 characters into the water. Wait, did I just kill 2 of my characters? That's awesome. Well, that was a short game. Now the other 2 are just going to go drown themselves? What is happening here? Okay, that was a short game. Alright, let's try this again, this time without the instructions. Alright, so I see what's happening here. All 4 of the characters move together, and if I get too close to the water, I get kind of screwed. So, let's see.
I'm mowing a big-ass lawn at a fancy house.
Merlin and Hermes. Okay, so we are moving. There's a tree there.
I've been watching a bunch of Harry Potter theory videos from Harry Potter Theory.
Okay, there's the castle. Oh, that came up fast.
Like, what did this character do after the Battle of Hogwarts?
Okay, so now I'm controlling an individual character. You have just stepped into the castle of the Earth Prince, Drakkhen. Okay.
So he's the Prince of Earth part? You know what that means, right?
What does that mean?
If we're doing it, the 4 elements is the gimmick, and there are different worlds for each element. That means there is an entire water world.
Oh, no. Alright, so let's see. Where do I want to go? Doesn't look like
forget a water level or a water temple. You're going to have to go to an entire world of water.
The doors are locked. All the doors are locked, huh? Okay.
You can't get ye flask.
I cannot. Alright, so I guess I have to get a key?
You know, I thought the prince was, like, waiting for you. He was, like, prepared to receive you.
That's what I thought.
Well, do you have a thief that can maybe, like, pick a lock or something?
Let's see. Arthur, Hestia, Merlin, and Hermes. Okay.
Oh, guys, why don't you come up with an original name for a character? Holy shit. Look at me, I'm like Hermes. Ah!
Don't do it, man. Your tiny spine can't handle it. Just keep saying the door's locked on all of them. Alright, let's see.
Everybody say Jamaica.
Where do I get the... Okay. How do I pull up the menu dealy down there?
You are technically correct, which is the best kind.
A. Okay. So let's see. What's the lips do again? Nothing?
Lips kiss.
Any weapon armor. That's to attack. Activate it. Okay. So let's
Attack the
try.
darkness.
Let's try tapping this. There's nothing unusual.
Well, it says I have brown eyes, but I want green eyes.
Well, maybe the castle's a dead end. Maybe I have to go out in the world and do something.
I told you to go to the castle.
It sure did. From somewhere you hear a voice. Touch my sign. Okay. Oh, okay.
Sagittarius?
So we got that to go. Wonder which door I should go in. Well, let's go upstairs.
I mean, I could look up how to play the game, like a full walkthrough, but that's not the point of this thing. So.
Yeah. I think I just abandoned him.
Oh, split the party, why don't you?
Right. Okay. So I'm forbidden to be at this level, but that apparently didn't affect anything. I also don't know.
Verboten. I learned verboten from Captain Kangaroo.
Nice.
Because they did an Alibaba episode, and it had like all these signs on the about not going in, and one of them said verboten, and I was like, "The hell is that?" You know, because I would say that when I was 3.
So I walked out the back door of the castle, and that apparently didn't do anything.
Well, we went to the castle room.
Well, going out the back door didn't do anything. Oh, and the force field's back up.
And he used to put up the back door, yeah? Giggity. Yo, freak.
Alright, so let's try this door.
I'm gonna have to refill my gas because I'm under half a tank and I'm not even halfway done.
Oh, we got something here. You should meet
Yeah.
Princess Hordka. Please tell her this. Oh, the brother's a terrible enemy of the 9th tier allies.
About the first 8 tiers, I cry every time.
I feel like this could be a really, really fun game if these controls weren't so awkward. Like,
Well, yeah, you're playing a PC game
Yeah.
again. Like you did SimCity last time. That's a PC game. You get to use a mouse and an entire keyboard of buttons, you know?
Right.
And they're trying to put it on a, hey, here's a new thing. This video game console's controller has 6 buttons.
So what's weird about it is I'm not actually doing the attacking. That's what I just realized. I'm not actually doing the attacking. What I'm doing is I'm picking the sword, so I will go and attack, and then he just kind of attacks. So I'm not really controlling the character.
And I bet you the game is actually rolling a d20 behind the scenes. Because that's how they did these games for a very long time until even recently. Because that's like even Knights of the Old Republic was a straight up tabletop RPG format. To the point where it even told you numbers and bonuses and stuff. I haven't had Celeste in like 2 weeks, dude. So you're getting into fights in the castle?
I guess so. But now I'm not actually attacking. Come on, Merlin, do something.
You've seen Sword in the Stone. You don't do nothing.
Or we're just going to stand there. Maybe I'll just go to the next room and say, screw this.
He's going to turn Arthur into a fish and make him have a full fish life. Fall in love. You see Rick and Morty?
Episode's
coming. Episode's coming.
Oh no, I did not see that.
I think it said September 4th.
Sounds good. Or maybe I'm not supposed to fight this guy.
Ricky Morton. Have you seen the Ric Flair's final match?
Seen it? No.
Like, the card is, like, fantastic, except for the fact that they're rolling out Ric Flair's corpse for the main event.
Right.
Fantastic card, dude.
This game ain't doing it for me, I'm going to tell you that right now. Now I just want to go explore.
I see if you can find something messed up.
It's a cool little concept, but the execution I don't think is working for Super Nintendo. It's also one of those games where, like, it's not intuitive, so I don't know what to do or where to go. Not that every game is like that, obviously. Like,
I mean, that's the kind of game it is. It's kind of like completely obtuse.
I mean, granted, I don't want a video game to hold my hand, but if I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what I'm doing... Here we go. Did I encounter something? Nice. Okay, that was easy. Found a creature, and then we killed it?
Killed it.
We killed it? I don't want to get too close to the water. I don't want anybody drowning.
You know that most... So, like I said, I've been watching those the Harry Potter theory, and they talk about what people are doing it after the war.
Yeah.
Most of the history we know about the Wizarding World is around now is when all the history that we know of is over. Like 2021, 2022 is like the last thing that we know about as far as I've seen. I need to refill gas.
And the sun's going down.
I need to change the blades. And what I need to do is repair the engine, but I can't because I'm not at base. So I'm going to be in trouble.
I also lost the castle that I was at, which is pretty funny. Now I'm just going to wander around aimlessly.
48.4% of this one.
This music is weird.
Is it?
Oh my god, yeah.
What are you buying?
Alright. I'm actually getting kind of bored. Alright, let's call this one now. I've played it, and I'm not really getting into it. Let's see, what's the next game on the list, Dan?
Next game on the list is next game on the list. It is Super R-Type.
There we go. Let me load that one up. Sorry if anybody's a fan of that game, but it wasn't doing it for me. Now, R-Type is a pretty standard shooter, right?
Yep.
Now let's start on easy, because this is my first time playing.
This one's super because it's on the Super Nintendo.
Of course. Kind of sounds like Star Fox music.
Bow. Bow, 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 bow.
This looks like a game we've already played.
Guess what? There's another one coming.
I have a charge blast, which is pretty cool.
Don't overdo it because you got another game like this next as well.
Yeah, but these games can be a lot of fun.
I like them if you play them like arcade style now and you can just pump in quarters. You know?
Somebody set us up the bomb, Dan.
Yeah. Eventually. What you say? You have
Make
no
your
chance
time.
to survive. Make your time.
Should I maybe play that, get some Sega games in here down the line, and play that wonderful, wonderful experience? Ooh, I can't touch that.
Piece of English.
Learned that the hard way. Okay, so right off the bat, the first negative thing this game versus Gradius is they start you from the beginning.
Oh, there's no Shrek point?
If there is, I didn't hit it.
But you get to... You get to power up your shot.
Yeah, and that's cool. Now I know that this is going to be a minefield, so I want to stay back and try to shoot as many of them out as I can before they do exactly what they're doing right now. Also, these games love their one-hit kills.
That's the whole point.
Ugh. Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is a hard one. Oh, if I hold down X, I just rapid fire. Well, kind of wish I knew that. Now I'm just going to shoot everything. Y also is rapid fire.
Why? Because you got him.
Exactly.
Super R-Type. It's a partial port of R-Type 2.
Oh, it's only a partial port.
Yeah, I guess it's partially a port and partially new stuff.
Oh, God. How do I avoid that?
It borrows 4 stages from R-Type 2 and then adds 3 new ones.
Oof. Got killed by the mini-boss.
The game is known for its high difficulty even compared to other games in the series. Particularly because of its lack of checkpoints.
Great.
Since dying means restarting a level from scratch.
Well, that's already happened several times. And this is on easy.
Also, this game suffers from slowdown, of course.
Well, yeah, we saw that happen when we were playing Gradius. Well, the point is not to be good at these games, the point is to say that I've played them all. So I don't really care how far I get, but I also don't want to just get destroyed in every single game that I play, because that's no fun.
So this has an aggregate score of 61%. Which to me sounds about right for a game that's good, but it's too hard. For the average player.
And there's nothing wrong with difficulty. But it's always going to be about the level of the difficulty and why the game is difficult, not necessarily any other thing. Like, is the game difficult because it's challenging, or is it difficult because it's cheap? There's a difference. And this game has very smooth, very responsive controls. It's just very difficult, and there's a lot of stuff happening. So...
I mean, that's bullet hell shooter.
Exactly. What's the point of even having a continue button when I'm going to start in the same spot at the beginning?
Well, so let's give just a continue button.
Yeah, let's give it another run through.
Up next is UN Squadron.
Is that the next shooter that we're doing?
Yeah. That's the next game on the list.
Now we're going in release date order, and the reason I was singling out these 5 games is because in North America they all came out at the same time. I believe on the exact same day. Is that correct, Dan?
Well, the other ones were September 1st. Some of them they don't know, for whatever reason. UN Squadron is a December. It came out in September.
So it's a September baby. We just don't know when. Oof! I hit a mountain. I hit a stalactite. A stalactite in space.
A stalactite is typed to the ceiling. A stalagmite might get there.
Is that how you remember him?
That's the pneumatic, whatever remembering thing.
Like Roy G. Biv?
Every good boy deserves fudge.
Do you remember Mimel?
Mimel?
It was the little man in the United States. Ugh, I remember that one. So, if you look at a map of the U.S., Louisiana is the foot.
Oh, that.
Arkansas is the pants. Missouri is the shirt. Iowa's the head, and then Minnesota is the hat. And then his name was Mimel.
Which is the first letter of
Ooh, damn.
I've never heard of that naming. I also don't remember like learning about that. I just remember seeing it years later. Hey, these states kind of look like a guy.
Better name him after one.
Let's just use the first initial of all the states.
You know all your state capitals, Dan?
At one point, I did because Rockapella put out an album, and one of them had all the state capitals.
Yep. I still know them, which is ridiculous, but like...
If you want to give me a state, maybe I can figure it out.
South Carolina.
Isn't that one where it's not what you think it would be?
I don't know, maybe.
Charleston?
That's West Virginia. What did I hit? I don't even know what I hit.
I know Pierre is South Dakota because it's not in the song, and there's a thing later about the...
So the city that's the capital of South Carolina is actually like an hour from you.
Yeah? Is it Greenville?
No. Columbia.
Oh.
What's
Because
North Dakota?
Later in the album, like the mayor of Pierre, South Dakota, calls him and says, "Hey, you forgot my state, my city."
All right, I got a fun one. This was one that the trivia question was on The Big Bang Theory, but then they didn't actually give the answer, so I had to research it myself. There are 4 U.S. state capitals not serviced by the interstate system. Can you name them?
Wow.
So they don't have any interstates that go there, just regular roads.
Let me think.
You're gonna be surprised when you actually hear what some of them are. Oof, bullet hell.
All I know is, like, I've lived in a couple of states where the capital is not the big city, and they don't understand, and they fuck everything up.
Well, I mean, yeah, I live in Pennsylvania. Harrisburg is not the big city here. There are 2 much bigger cities.
Yes. Because I grew up growing up in New York, and it was Albany, and like there's like 4 cities bigger than Albany. You know?
Hey,
Albany ain't shit.
You said the next game was UN Squadron?
Yes, UN Squadron.
Like United Nations?
Yes.
Oh, it's Capcom, so I know I'm in for hell. The fighting in this area is ferocious. Oh boy.
Is that what it says on it?
Yeah. Only fate will determine if we live or die. Oh boy.
Holy shit. What's the UN doing?
Only a madman would take on this mission. Lucky they found him. And there he is. Very Top Gun-esque. So the United Nations building is in New York City, and we are decisively in the desert.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're doing UN jets out of the middle of New York City.
Alright, so this is a Capcom game, so the controls should be pretty standard. So, B, Y is Vulcan, and X is change. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do easy, because I'm going to get my butt kicked. It's a Capcom game.
It's gonna be another bullet hell shooter.
Yeah. Should I be Shin, Mickey, or Greg? Greg looks like Mario.
It's me, Greg. They have last names.
Well, I have to be Shin.
Greg Gates.
Oh, so if I don't pick, it picks for me. Okay.
Shin Kazama. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Doesn't look like I have a choice here.
A Crusader. Shin Kazuma.
Oof. Oh wait, I can take hits? That automatically makes this easier.
It's based on a manga.
Is it? Tell me about it, Dan.
Area 88 is the name of the manga.
Any relation to Area 51?
Area 88 is a Japanese manga series by Kaoru Shintani, serialized between 79 and 86. The story is about a young pilot named Shin Kazama and his experiences at Area 88, a mercenary Air Force base secluded in the desert of a war-torn country. Shin goes from head of his class to a world-renowned aviation school, dating the beautiful daughter of an airline president, to a mercenary fighter pilot bound to Area 88 by a 3-year contract that he was duped into signing by a jealous and competitive traveler. He is determined to earn $1.5 million to buy his way out of the obligation to return home. And killing becomes a second nature to him as he quickly rises to the top rank of Area 88. Overwrought with shame and self-loathing for what he has become, Shin begins to question whether he is still fighting for survival or if it's for the mercenaries. With the sheer excitement.
So what's kind of crazy is even though I died, I got my weapons back relatively quickly. Like, I died in the same spot, but I leveled up and I got extra weapons, so that's actually pretty interesting.
Area 88 was among the first 3 manga to be translated into English and published in North America. Wow, one of the first mangas to be translated into English. It has been adapted into an OVA in 85. OVA's original video animation. And a 12-episode anime television series in 2004.
Wonder if it'll be worth checking out.
Here, the mission is to stop a terrorist group known as Project 4.
Jeez, the slowdown is bad. The slowdown gets you on this one. Notice how every time I fail the mission, everybody advances. So there's, that's actually a pretty cool little dynamic to the game.
You failed, so bad guys are closer to you.
Well, remember, I don't know if you played that Lord of the Rings game that came out on the PS4. It was the first PS4 game that I bought. Because, like, I wanted a game to go with my new console. And I was like, well, PS4...
Oh, you mean the...
Yeah. And
the guy in Celebrimbor?
Every single time that you died, they would advance on the screen, so...
And there'd be guys that you killed that they were like, I didn't die! I actually played it on PS6. The sequel came out on this game. It was actually free on Blue. I think I never played it. Oh, you know, the Tony Hawk remake is going to be free.
Nice.
Next month. PlayStation Plus. Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake. One and look how much of the soundtrack is still on. The video I saw did say, but don't worry, Superman's still on the soundtrack. Here I am, doing everything I can, 'cause I'm a Superman. But what I want is the song that played the most for me in 2 was Delivery. I had it for PC, installed it, and like the opening video, Guerrilla Radio, and then I start the actual game, Guerrilla Radio.
Mic check. Turn on the radio.
Turn up the radio. Give me some more.
Massive slowdown.
Now you have two really big ones.
I know.
Oh! Yeah! Can't stop us now!
Damn. Bullet hell is ridiculous. I only have enough money for all this stuff. The jets are advancing. I kind of wonder how ridiculous the anime is.
Darth Vader, PSP, sweet. It's 12 episodes, so you can't get super long.
That's what you think. Cowboy Bebop's only 26 episodes.
Yeah, but that show doesn't get like crazy.
But it's so good.
That's probably why it stands the test of time.
Because it's really good, but it also doesn't overstay its welcome.
And it's not completely off the wall crazy.
Ooh, man. Game is difficult, but that's what makes it fun. What's the next game called, Dan?
Your next game is HyperZone.
I wonder what that is. Again, I'm playing a lot of games I've never even heard of. Never saw box art for, never saw them in Nintendo Power. Like, a lot of these are mysterious games.
HyperZone is a rail shooter game developed and published by HAL Laboratory.
Okay.
And it used Mode 7.
Oh, this is trippy.
Essentially, you're like on a rocket car shooting things.
A lot of shooter types.
This game is more of a, its aggregate score is 68. I see a lot of review scores, they're all around 50%, or a little bit lower. This seems a little overly busy.
Okay, well, I can slow down. So that's probably a good thing.
I mean, it does seem like you're in a zone of being hyper.
That's one way to put it. Get in the zone, auto zone.
A zone of hype. The real question is, am I going to finish mowing this lawn before I blow up the engine?
The real question is, am I going to get tired of shooter games on this console?
Oh, I mean, that's the way it was. Unfortunately, you walked into 3 in a row.
Now, is that going to affect my overall score when it comes time to rank them? Because look right here, I picked up right where I left off, which is a helpful pickup. I don't have to redo the whole level like I did with Super R-Type. I'm also taking a lot of damage.
Uh-oh. Black smoke's coming out of my lawnmower now.
Well, that's not good. Okay, is there anything more you can tell me about this game? Because there were a couple of games that were, like, Blockbuster exclusives, so they're really, really rare. And I want to say this was one of them.
HyperZone's a rail shooter game. You use the games to navigate each level while shooting enemies and earning points. HyperZone contains 8 levels, and then it starts at the beginning of the game again. The game is set in the year 2089, where Earth has become unable to support life to humankind's ignorance. The Earth Council has turned their attention to the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, a place virtually untouched by civilization, but a hostile race of cyber.
Normal or reverse? All right, well, now I'm curious.
Taken up residence there, and if humankind shall survive the infestation to be eradicated.
Oh, okay, the controls are reversed. So it's more like I'm flying a plane this time. I was like, what the hell does reverse mean? Am I going to go backwards? Am I going to do the hardest level first? It's a lot of shooters. Also, I can't just hold down the button on this one, which kind of stinks. Now I'm destroying gold bars. But why? Am I supposed to be in like a computer or something?
You're cleaning out robots from the asteroid belt.
Is that really what the plot is?
So humans can live there. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Super Nintendo games that were only at Blockbuster. Hyper Tournament Clay Fighter.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Country Competition cartridge.
Okay.
Eek the Cat.
That was a Blockbuster exclusive?
Final Fight Guy.
I knew that one.
The Ren and Stimpy Show Fire Dogs.
Huh.
And Mr. Nuts.
Was it really? You know we're gonna have to dedicate an entire episode to that game. Yeah, right. Fun fact, you know what game I played to get used to the Super Nintendo setup again before we started doing this show?
Mr. Nuts.
Mr. Nuts. Just because I think it's funny. Alright, well I cleared the first area. The graphics are leaving something to be desired on this one.
They're like, it's mode 7. We have this. We can do this cool thing.
Yeah, now it's like lava.
But did you need to?
I always thought the Super Nintendo's biggest advantage was the sprite size that they could get away with. Putting large sprites on the screen. Zelda was great at that. Whether you were fighting, especially when you fought the Helmasaur King, which is one of the best Zelda bosses of all time. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Also, they had the Sony sound card.
They killed Sega in the sound department. very few people will argue that, though, that's the big advantage Super Nintendo had over Sega. Yeah, so if I fly too far out of bounds, I blow up. So that's a thing.
Don't go out of bounds. My dude.
Obviously. So this is a game that's about getting points, right?
Yeah.
What was R-Type, and, like, was that a point game, or is that a story-based game? Obviously, UN Squadron was heavily story-based. But I'm seeing where the advantages come in here. Alright, well, I do remember what the last game is. It's the Chessmaster. Because, you know, it's not just...
The Chessmaster.
Of course. Oh, it's Gandalf.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
Alright, so this is just chess then, right? So I guess
I
I'm
would
just gonna
imagine.
play a game of chess. Alrighty. With weird sound effects. Oh, you're gonna mimic me, huh? Alright. Can play that game. I used to be very good at chess back in the day.
It is the best-selling chess franchise in history, with more than 5 million sold as of 2002.
So he's literally mocking every move that I make. Bold strategy, Cotton. So if I pull out the bishop...
Did you hear about the chess-playing robot breaking the kid's finger?
Yes, I did. Which I actually think is kind of funny.
It was like a robot like the ones in, like, you know, Iron Man that helped him build stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or just like an arm with like 2 fingers or whatever, you know?
But still.
Apparently, the kid went and took his turn too soon, and the robot grabbed his fingy.
Hello, robot. The knight's coming out. Nobody's captured anything yet. I'm not exactly in a position to get anything captured. Although if I move Queenie out, I can put her in position to... Well, no, I can't because the knight's on green. So I could maybe position her to try to take out the other opponent's knight, but that's not a good move. I think I should get a rook in play, actually. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the isometric angle on this game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I kind of wish there was more of an overhead look. I feel like I could see the board better, but that's standard with a lot of these chess games. All right.
Well, if it's overhead, it's boring, you know?
Yeah. So he's not going to move that bishop into play, because if he does, the queen will take it.
Like, I had a free chess game on Windows 95 that was like an overhead game. And you didn't even really have pieces, you just had icons that represented the pieces.
That was a dumb move. Yeah, because he's not in a position to get my queen or my king, so I'm taking the knight. Oh, he baited me. I didn't actually realize that was actually a good positioning move. So that's what I get for not paying attention. All right, so I lost a rook, but he lost a knight, and I've still got 2, so I've still got somewhat of an advantage here. Let's see. Well, I don't want to move the queen out yet, because that one pawn is the only thing... Let's see what it does. If I were you, I would move the knight. Yeah, good move. So I can't take that pawn, because if I do...
Because the knight belongs to lovers. Because the knight belongs to lovers.
I can't go the bishop in. If I move the knight, though, right here, I'm in position to get the bishop, although he does have a pawn there. I used to be really good at chess, but it's been so long since I've played.
It's legit since high school.
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to take the queen, huh? I see what you're doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the queen here, so now you have to move your knight. Or you lose the knight. Ooh, good strategy. I can't take the knight. But I can take the bishop. Nice defense. Very good, very good. That was actually a really good strategy. Damn. This is a tough computer. Well, I am playing the Chessmaster, right?
He's the master of chess.
Well, I have to move the queen.
Remember hearing like the big news about like when a human finally beat like the fancy computer?
Yeah. And I still can't take the knight because the queen and the pawn are set up way too good there. I can, however...
if my engine does explode.
I can, however, take this rook.
Thankfully, I'm at 76%, so like I think if I get penalized for not finishing the job, I have enough of the job done that I think I'll still make money.
Now hold on a second. If he takes that, my rook can just move right in and take him. So, like, you can take my knight, but you're not going to get anywhere with that. However, I should still move the knight. I actually can't move the knight. He's got my knight trapped. No matter where I move the knight, one of the bishops is going to take it. Oh, wait. Nope, because then the knight will take it if I go there. So the only choice I have here is to put my rook right here. So if he tries to take it, it's the end of the bishop.
Well, hey, what the hell? What you want me to say?
I
won't
am
lie,
going to lose this game.
but I can't deny.
You know what the worst part is? The queen hasn't even moved yet. Literally hasn't moved the queen yet. Ooh, I've got an idea. No. I was going to goad him into trying to take the bishop by taking that pawn, but he'll just use the knight to take it to goad in my queen. So I can't do that.
Your Yas queen?
Yeah.
Yas. Oh, I saw this thing yesterday about this woman that's a mail carrier in Canada, and that they're on her route. There is a cat that fucking hates her, and if she could break through the window and claw her face off, she is certainly trying.
Well, I'm about to lose my queen because look what he did. I have to take the rook.
To get out of check.
To get out of check. So that was a good strategy.
Because because you have to get out of check.
Yep. Didn't have a choice there. Yep, I'm getting my butt kicked on this one.
Is there like a, if you hit a button, do you see like what's been taken? Also look at the timers.
Yeah. Board view is 3D. Okay, so there's actually quite a few settings here. Teaching mode, background
again,
music.
This is a PC.
Yeah. It's just a standard chess game. I knew what this was going to be. I did not do that. Did I switch sides? Oh my god, I did. That's funny. I'm black now.
That's weird.
That just like, I just automatically switch sides like that? Yeah, a little bit. But hey, now I've got a queen again, so...
So now you're winning?
No, that's too weird, actually. Like, yeah, that's way too weird. I'm waiting for that queen to come into play. Because all I have are my two bishops, a knight, and a couple of pawns that are not going to get across the board anytime soon. Strategy-wise, I am screwed. I can actually take his last knight. He'll take my queen. If I do that. Or he'll take my bishop, I mean. I wish there was a way I could goad him into setting me up for that. If I could just position if I could position the knight. Good strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Drakkhen. See if that works out.
Well, that's the point of chess, right? Is you have to play offensively and you have to play defensively.
And sometimes you got to make what looks like a bad move to make a better move.
He's actually trapping this bishop. He's actually trapping this bishop really well. I can take that pawn, and then I'm going to lose the bishop. So, but it would goad out the queen, and I can start trying to make a move on her.
Making moves on the queen, bro? You trying to cock the king? This is not a move. Quit trying to cheat, Chris.
How am I cheating?
Keep trying to do illegal moves. You big cheater.
You dirty cheater.
You see that we lost Paul Sorvino this week too now?
Mm-hmm.
All the famous mobsters, movie and TV guys are dropping.
He didn't fall for it. I'm trying to open his queen up. Thank you. That's actually what I was going for. I was actually trying really hard to get the queen to come out of hiding.
Come out and play. Hey.
What's my next move?
Almost August, bruh.
Check. Yeah.
On Monday is August, my friend. And I'm 2 art away from finishing the art section of my museum. How long is that going to take?
Too long.
I had like 4 art for like 2.5 months, and then all of a sudden, back-to-back days, I got 2 of them. I mean, I suppose I could, right? Like, I could continue to time travel back to Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see if Red, because Red was there Tuesday, right? And see what he gets, and just keep time traveling back to Tuesday. At like 4:58, right? And then he'll spawn at 5.
Checkmate. Okay. This was...
So right. You took almost 15 minutes. It took just over 3.
Yeah, sounds about right. All right, Dan. Let's pull up the list.
All right.
And analyze the 5 games we played tonight. All right, so... I should actually share the list on here, but we'll do that another time.
Just completely. I went to close one of my things.
I know. I just saw your thing disappear on the sheet. All right, so Drakkhen. That's going to be a D tier. Drakkhen's going to be D tier. Did not work as a PC port. Too confusing. I need to look stuff up. I'm not actually controlling the character's actions. The game didn't look very good. So please put D tier next to Drakkhen. Super R-Type. I was having more fun playing Gradius 3 than I was having fun playing Super R-Type. Super R-Type seems like it would be the better game overall, but I think it is kind of lacking with the whole no checkpoints. The challenge is high, which is good. And it's a fair challenge. It was me dodging stuff that was, but it wasn't really that much different than Gradius 3. And I had more fun with that one. So we're going to do C tier for Super R-Type. We're also going to do C tier for UN Squadron. This is one that I feel like a bit more practice I could have a lot of fun with, but I also feel like it was trying to be too much at once. Level ups, all kinds of different weapons and stuff that you can buy. Simplify your gameplay in the beginning. Ease into some of that stuff. Because it was kind of one note after I reset it a couple of times. But I did enjoy playing it because I feel like it was a well done. It was a very well done fighter. Maybe if I understood the backstory a little more, I'd have more fun with it. HyperZone, that gets a D. It's not a bad game. I'm not going to give it an F tier, but man, it was ugly, and it just didn't do it for me. So it's going to be a D tier. And then the Chessmaster, it was just a chess game. There was nothing really special to it, I don't think. Like, at least in battle chess, the pieces like fight each other, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In a gimmick chess game with like different characters, it might be a little more fun. It was just a standard chess game. I didn't see anything overly special with it. It doesn't make it stand out from playing chess in any other way. You know, I can load up my phone right now and play chess. Same difficulty level too, because you can choose your difficulty level. So, nothing special about it. So I'm gonna give it a D tier as well, because it just didn't do it for me as a chess game. So what are we looking at next, Dan?
Well, we've got Lee Carvalho's putting challenge.
We're going to play a golf game. Hal's Hole-in-One Golf. Okay. Then Populous. I actually do own the cartridge for that. But I've never actually played it. It was one of those games when I was trying to do collections. Was donated to me. Super Bases Loaded. That's baseball. There's an Ultraman game coming up. And the sequel to Paperboy, Paperboy 2. That should be interesting. But we're also right around the corner from ActRaiser. John Madden Football, the first John Madden game. There's a game called RPM Racing. True Golf Classics, some more golf coming up. The Wiley Country Club. And Super Tennis would be the 20th game. So we've played 10 games so far. Mario World is still the top tier game there. Above and beyond. Nothing really special today, I would say. Nothing super standout. I think a lot of people have fond memories of Super R-Type, which is why I cut it a little bit of slack. With a little more practice, I'd probably have some fun with it too, but that's one of those, kind of like the beat-em-up series, those games do get kind of repetitive. So, but an interesting collection of games today. So next time we come to you guys, we'll play some Hal's Hole-in-One Golf, some Populous, some Super Bases Loaded, and probably some Ultraman and some Paperboy. Again, it'll depend on how it goes. We did this on a Wednesday night. We might do this again Wednesday or possibly Thursday next week, depending on schedules. But, hey, appreciate you guys tuning in as always. And You can listen to me and Dan on the Nerd Table and CKCC Radio, and you can watch more content of us here on CKCC Video on YouTube and here on Twitch. More Super Nintendo coming next time. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Chris.